What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 45 of our Watford career mode, and today we are probably going to start the season. We're going to have some more transfer type things, and then we are also going to go ahead and start the season. Last episode we bought in a couple of players, as you can see in the side here. We've got Joe Gomez, who we've bought in to play center back. Cabaselli hasn't left, but he's most likely the player we are going to move on. Jonathan David comes in to play attacking midfielder, can also play striker if need be. Pereira may move on depending on what else we do today. Suarez, I can't get to move on. He's stuck on the loan list thing, and I can't get him to move on. We were going to move him on and bring in another striker, but we're not going to move him on by the looks of it, and we're just going to bring in another striker anyway. Will Hughes is probably on his way out very, very soon. Dahlberg probably on his way out, and then Cabaselli on his way out. But we also bought in Max Aarons to back up Heinrichs, him and Heinrichs to take that right side, and the decision we made was to move on Messina, let Dest be the backup on the left hand side because he can play both sides, and then we have a third option, Estupinan, just in case anything happens to any of those. Last year we had an issue with Dest getting extremely exhausted, playing 3 games a week, backing up Heinrichs, who's still on his long-term injury out. So it's important that we have an option that can play third side, or be the third option on either side. Dest can play on either side and be that option, but he'll also be the main primary backup on the left. So, you know, as long as we have 3 options on both sides, that's where we are. So today, a couple players we're looking to bring in. We're going to go to the transfers here, transfer hub. If Will Hughes leaves, we're going to bring in another midfielder. These are the 3 options. Emre Can. We can pay his release clause. 39 million is not as much as I thought for someone like Emre Can. Samare between 12 and 17 million is not too bad. And then Vendel between 28 and 40 million. We'll have to see if that's going to be the case. I may lean Emre Can's way with the money, but Samare is it's between Samare and Emre Can. We'll see when we get to it. Center back, we're good for now. We're going to keep these players on the list just in case. And then we are also going to bring in a left winger and a striker. Pereira, we're probably going to move on, so we'll need a backup here who will eventually take over De La Feu's spot. I'm leaving Harvey Barnes and then Kluivert. These 2 are probably the last options. Neres, the last one here at Juventus. Tons of money. We'll see on that. And then at striker, you know, tough options here as well, but we're leaning Moise Kean. Still at Everton, you know, in real life having a few troubles with the last manager. We'll see if Ancelotti can get the best out of him, but maybe in game he hasn't. We can move for someone like Moise Kean. And then Jack Grealish is someone I just want to bring into the club. We'll see on that for now. Someone who can, you know, play anywhere in midfield. We're going to have some moving around to do, but Jack Grealish is more of a luxury signing at the moment, so I doubt he will be going anywhere. And then we're going to put Pereira on the transfer list as well. But we do have money going out and coming in. Pereira, 30, contract expiring in 12 months, just like Cabaselli. Maybe now's the best time to move those players on, and that is just the decisions we've come to here. We're going to go forward a little bit and see if we can get any offers in. We don't have a ton of time left in the window to bring in 3 or 4 more players, so we'll see. An agreement has been made with Everton to bring in Hughes. So it looks like Hughes is going, and we may be able to take a player from them as well. So let's go to the transfer hub here. It looks like we are going to bring in another midfielder, whether that be Emre Can or I'm still split. Emre Can would come in ahead of Fernandez. The problem is I like that physicality, that quick movement that Jedson Fernandez really brings in, and I don't want 2 kind of luggish midfielders in there, Decore and Emre Can. So I think what we're going to do is go with Samari here. It's just probably where I'm going. They're probably both this. He's actually a little bit slower than I thought. So you know what? Maybe we do bring in Emre Can. Maybe Emre Can's the player. Maybe Emre Can is the player. How much would we have to pay for Moise Kean? Probably around 35 million. Could we afford all this. We probably could. So we're gonna pay the release clause here, 40 million for Emre Can. It's gonna leave us around 60 million. They didn't want to negotiate. They wanted the release clause played, and you know what? 40 million in real life for Emre Can is probably around what you'd have to pay for him right now at Juventus. So we'll see. But it looks like he wants to be crucial. He is going to be an issue if we don't play him all the time. 4-year contract. Let's accept that. Please no release clause. He doesn't want a release clause, surprisingly. In real life, he was a complete and utter pain about that. So I'm kind of surprised. 83,000 a week. We're probably going to overpay for him just a little bit. Let's try 75 and see what he says. 81. Okay, so we have Emre Can in. We're going to get rid of Samari. We aren't going to pay all that money for Vendel. So we bought Emre Can in. He is in the club. Another midfielder. He wants crucial. We're going to see how him and Decore get along in midfield. We'll see. The problem is, in a perfect world, I'd play Decore with Fernandez or Decore with McKennie and then Can with one of those two as well. I wouldn't play these two together, and I wouldn't play these two together necessarily. But, you know, that is what it is. And we're going to have to deal with that as we move forward and see what happens. You never know. They may just be the perfect midfield duo. But we've bought in a proper player there. And now we're going to go ahead and make sure we get the proper striker up front as well. And Moise Kean. 29 to 43 million is what they want. We still have the money for it. But a lot of turnover this year in the squad. And hopefully causes a problem. Or it causes a problem for the rest of the league. So we're going to try just going for 30 million straight up and see what they say. They want 42. Let's counter here. Propose new transfer fee. Try 34 and see what they say. 36. That's not too bad for Mr. Moise Kean. Negotiate. These will be two really proper big signings to bring into the club. We probably have to bet him in a little bit behind Hernandez, but we'll try rotation. We'll just try it. He wants important. That's fair enough. Alright, so go forward. Not too bad. We still have a ton of money, as you can see. 31 million pounds still to spend with player money to come into the club. Left wing would be where we go next. You know, we'll have to see. After that with Grealish. Grealish is just a player I want to bring in. I accidentally took Rugani off there. I didn't mean to. We're going to take Neres off here because he's just not where we're going to go. And then we're going to take the 3 strikers off. Catrone would be a cool one, but I like where this is going with Keane. So we can get Pereira off and bring Keane in. Pereira's the one leaving. So these 4 at the bottom are probably going to be leaving. Suarez inexplicably won't leave, but I'm not going to play him this year. Maybe he'll just force his way out or something. I don't know why his thing won't change from removed loan list. It's just stuck there. But these 4 or 5 at the bottom are probably going to be leaving the club. And look at what we've got here. We have a lot of proper good players. The left wing's going to come in. Harvey Barnes or Kluivert. I'm leaning Harvey Barnes. He seems a bit more realistic for how everything has gone in game. Moved off to Roma, away from Leicester. English, you know, we'll have to see. Transfer offer for De La Feu and Barco. No, I thought about it for a moment. I thought if we could get a lot of money for it, we might go for it, but no. We'll wait another year and see if we get a proper, really I mean, a really good offer come in, but for now, that is not happening. Hughes has been sold, which is good. Out the door. Didn't play a lot last year. A loan offer for Suarez. Just go. Just get out of here. Go on. Accept offer. What are these colors? Alright, get out of here. Suarez is gone. Oh, you know what? We might be getting Europa League stuff. Gerard Deulofeu will be out 2 months. That is not how I foresaw that going. 2 months for Deulofeu. What are the colors? Are we in the Europa League here, or is something weird going on? Alright, so for the moment, we'll put Kent in there. And bring Welbeck onto the bench. But now left wing is a priority, isn't it? Because because of that injury. That injury is not how we want it to go, is it? And these players in here are not going to be too bad, are they? Not too bad at all. Alright, so out we go. I guess not. I'm not sure why the colors changed all of a sudden. But they have. Ugh. Just smacked my desk on the way down. I'm not. I'm kind of stunned at how that's gone. We've got 44 million to go, or 44 million in the bank still, and we are going to go winger right now. They don't want a ton of money here for Harvey Barnes. Between 13 and 20 is good money. That is money going to be well spent. Offer transfer fee. We'll try 13 right now. We'll try 14. Let's see what they say. They want 15 with an 8% sell-on clause, which is weird. Get the sell-on clauses out of there. And they're comfortable with that. Harvey Barnes coming into the club and is going to be that left-sided player behind Deulofeu, and then Kent would be the right-sided player behind Ismail Yassar on that side. 5 years. He's comfortable with that. He's currently on 36,000 a week, which isn't a ton. Hopefully he's comfortable with that here. Hopefully he just tells me what he wants. Why would he? Why would he? Let's try 40 grand a week. Comfortable with that. Probably could have gotten less, but it's not too bad. And Grealish would be the only signing I have left, or I would make left, but you know, for the moment we are in a pretty decent spot. He can play Cam. We'd have 3 players there, plenty of players all over the park. Theoretically, Grealish could play out on the left. He plays there in real life, doesn't play there in game. Do we just move Welbeck on instead? We're going to give Harvey Barnes his starting opportunity out here left. Maybe we move Danny Welbeck on to bring Grealish in. Or maybe we just bring Grealish in and see what that does with Danny Welbeck. And then move forward that way. We've got our first game to come here. Updates coming all over the place. Some scouting updates. An offer for McKennie has come in from Juventus for 30 million. We're going to reject that. McKennie goes nowhere. A good player to have around. McKennie can play in a variety of different spots. Let's see what we have here in terms of players coming in. He looks proper good. Okay, one from that batch. 68 to 94 is not too bad, is it? 74 to 94, but get out of here. 17. We'll just sign him, I guess. I don't do I don't normally sign up 17-year-olds. I gotta stop saying I don't do 17-year-olds, because it's just obvious at this point. And it's it's a bit fucked up. Another 17-year-old. I just thought they just don't seem to grow into their potential for me. They just don't. A loan offer for Declan Mason is one of the goalkeepers we were looking to move on. And out he goes. Sheffield United. Oh, well, I guess they don't have... what's his name anymore. And I believe they've also moved down to the Championship. I don't think they have Dean Henderson anymore. 23 million for Malangsar. I thought that was Ismail-Sarr. I was going to say I just got a 50 million pound bid for him, but it's Malangsar instead. But here we are, Brighton. First game of the season. We have to get off to a good start. If we're going to go toward that 4th spot, we have to, 1, win the games we need to win, and number 2, get points from the big dogs. Last year we got 80-something points and finished like 9 points off the pace. We're going to need to get in that 92, 93 point range. We're going to need to take points off the big dogs. And we'll just have to see as that goes forward. So let's get into this. Auger wants to play. I'll consider it. We can play him ahead of Sarr this first game. That's no big deal. But we are going to start here. Debuts all over the park. Joe Gomez, Emre Can, Max Aarons, Harvey Barnes, 4 debuts. We've had plenty of squad turnover, and there will be more possibly to come depending on Welbeck and Jack Grealish, but we'll see if we actually go for Jack Grealish. We have the month to think about it. We have plenty of players, obviously, but we'll see. But for now, guys, let's jump into it. Watford, Brighton, start of the year. Let's get some points. Emre Can gives it away. And forward comes Divock Origi. And Divock, he's finished that. Oh, Emre Can giving it away in midfield. We turned there, and I thought we were just going to have enough time to turn and play the ball. Didn't have time for that. And Divock Origi, someone we looked at signing, has given Brighton an early lead here and not the start to the season we wanted. Didn't get that turn away, and there's plenty of space, and that's a good finish. Just smashes it past Rui. Hit that with plenty of pace. Near post. You can argue that Rui could be getting there, but not the toughest of near post angles. And after 25 minutes, it's 1-0. Up the wing here. Traore's going to get to it. I believe that's Bertrand Traore. That's hook back post. Another corner for Brighton. We are struggling at the moment. And he's gotten to that, and it's 2-0. How in the world have we not touched that? And why is he gone with his head to clear that? Trossard with the goal. 2 goals in 4 minutes for Brighton. This is like real life. This ball comes in, and he goes down there, doesn't get to it. In real life, this kind of happened this year, I believe. 3-0 on day 1 This is not going to happen this way, though. We have to turn this around. We cannot start this way. Corner is set to come in for us. We haven't had any real opportunities, but we get one there. And it's in the back of the net, and Emre Can gets a debut goal. Makes up for his mistake a little bit. It's a good header. And we claw our way back into it just a little bit. Emre Can, he rises highest. It's a really good header, isn't it? Right into the side netting. A really, really good corner. That's just a really good header from Can. No chance for the goalkeeper there. And he gets above his man properly. It's good goal. But we're back in it a little bit. 36 minutes gone. It's 2-1. Nicely played. Can we get there? We can. Across to Corre. Jesus, I thought he backed off that for a moment. Ismail-Sarr has got to do better there. They've got men coming forward here as they try and grab another goal. It's up the wing. It's cut back into space. Nicely done, and it's in the back of the net, and Brighton have a third. What is going on here? Boos around the stadium naturally. It's Marino, the ex-Newcastle player, I imagine, in midfield. And he's finished off that move. I thought we had this covered. How have we not got this covered? He's just turned and played it in there. It's a good layoff. It's a good finish as well. And thought we had found our way back into it. And they just bring it back toward us. It's 3-1 here. A big turnaround needed. Not sure how that ball got through to Hernandez, but it did. Here's Barco. Back across. Emre Can. One more. It's a nice turn from Hernandez. Can we get it through to Can? We can. That's a bloody foul. We're going to get a booking on there, it looks like. And a free kick in a dangerous area before half-time. Where is it? It's Hernandez here to take. He's going to try and put it in the corner there. And he's hit that, and it looks like it was going in, and it is going in. It's into the corner. It's 2-1. I believe that is our first free kick goal. We said a couple episodes ago we were returning the thing on because on free kicks it's impossible otherwise. On penalties we'll keep the thing off, but Hernandez goes for goal into that corner, gets a touch onto it, the goalkeeper, Matt Ryan, can't keep it out. And just before halftime we pull another back. It's 3-2. We just got to stop conceding goals, though they've given it right to Barco. And couldn't get around him. But the half ends in a pretty decent way. Just got to stop conceding goals. Decore slips it forward. Here's Hernandez holding on to it. Can get it through to Barco. Barco does so well to collect that. And here's Hernandez now getting toward the byline. Turns back inside and finds a man. Can we get it across? We can! And it's threes. And 5 minutes after halftime, we've leveled it up here. It's 3-3. Barco with the goal. Hernandez doing so well on this left-hand side of the box to just turn in here and find the ball across. I'm not sure who that is. I believe this played it across. I believe it's Kent. We brought him on for Barnes at halftime. Needed a bit of familiarity to start this second half, and Barco just sweeps it into an empty net. And what a start to the half, and what an end to the half. We needed it, and with 50 minutes to go, it's 3-3, and now we've got a real game on our hands. It's clipped out wide. Bit of space out here. Elvedi does get the ball in, and Origi's on it. That red goal, the minute he got that in, and I didn't think he'd get it in. And Brighton retake the lead. Origi with another. Just beats the center back to it. Oh, God. This is annoying. It really is. Ball comes out here. We have two men, and they don't really get over there. And then he just skips by in the end. Ajer loses Origi, who gets ahead of him and plants the header into the back of the net. Made some changes here. There's 20 minutes to go. Need a goal. Reguilon doing well. Gets it out there to Jonathan David, who's just come on. Jonathan David looking for something. Fernandez has also come on. We play that forward. We can. And Kent with a heavy touch. We get it through. We can. One more. Nicely done. Kent, can he finish this? It's in off the post. He can finish it. And just like that, we're level. And Kent made a proper impact since he's come on. And he probably should be a little bit hard done by that I've gone with the other over him. It really should be Barnes backing him up instead. But Kent's come on and proven that point to us. And that is a good finish. Assisted Barco. Then smashes this one just in off the post. And 15 minutes to go. It's 4-4. What a game we're having. Oh, not what we needed. Not what we needed. What a save. What a save by Rui. What an amazing save this late. That would have been devastating. Header's coming back out. Only a minute or so to go. He tries to go over the top. Not going to happen. And Kent plays it forward nicely. And can we possibly find a late goal here? Jonathan David, it's out wide. We have 3 minutes added on. In the space, Decore. We need to find a route forward, and nobody opened up. And Brighton did well to get back, and it's going to finish 4-4 on opening day. Not the result we wanted. A thrilling game, I suppose, but too many silly mistakes, and that bit at the end kind of summed up the day where nobody... I don't know. It was just frustrating all around. Liverpool won their game, and right off the bat we're behind, which is going to be the issue. But we'll see. Harvey Barnes in there. We're going to put Kent in there. We'll see. Moise Keane's upset that he didn't get to play today, but that won't happen all the time. Algiers happy he played, but that is something... I don't know. We conceded 4 today. We'll see how it goes. We're going to get Malang Sarr in there next to Gomez next time. See what happens, but not the start we were really looking for, was it? It really, really wasn't. And, a transfer offer for Welbeck has come in. 7 million. We can get up to 8. We'll negotiate. Oh, I didn't mean to negotiate it myself. But yeah, just frustrating game. In moments like that, it felt like when we were trying to move the ball around, that that we just weren't getting open, not enough movement. We'll see. This is as much as we're willing to pay, then we'll reject it and move on out. And we'll see what happens with Welbeck going forward. I do want to bring Grealish in, I think. But as I said, we have the rest of August to think on it. So we'll see. Mason loaned out. Transfer offer for Dalberg, which is good. We're going to let him go. He deserves a little bit of football, the lad. Liang, the goalkeeper, will not be going anywhere. And we can get him off the loan list. As well as move Kent into Harvey Barnes' spot. Just because Kent deserves it. And Barnes will need to get used to the club, of course. But Kent played really, really well last time. He deserves to be in that starting spot after De La Feu got hurt there. But, you know, it is what it is, this first game. But we live and learn, and forward we go. So next episode, we'll get right into the season. We'll probably have Chelsea, Everton, and Crystal Palace all coming next episode. Whether we, you know, move for Grealish, we'll have to see. United drew on their first time round, which is good. And we've got our first proper test coming where we're going to try and we have to take points off these big dogs. We got to win the games we're supposed to win. Not the greatest start in that term, but, you know, we'll have to see. An offer for Pereira has come in. 11 million. See, delegate this and see if we can get just a little bit more. But I wasn't expecting too much from Pereira, and it's, you know, it is going to be what it is going to be. But yes, next episode, Chelsea. We're going to see how everybody start, because I see United have lost early there, or drew early, and we'll see if we can, you know, get points next episode against Chelsea. It'll be a big game and a tough game. Tottenham, Arsenal, Liverpool, Manchester City, Chelsea all won their first games. United, the only team not to win their first game, and they played away to Burnley, so that's a good result for us. But yes, we'll just have to be better, guys. But that is going to be the end of this episode. I hope you folks have enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more. And peace.